On Friday, May 14, 2021, at approximately 4:15, Denver police officers were dispatched to the area of 4404 Morrison Road, which is in southwest Denver, on a report of gunshots that were heard near a community park and playground area. 5 separate individuals called 911, reporting they had observed a male acting strangely, making odd movements, and waving a handgun in the air. A 6th individual called 911, reporting hearing shots fired. Numerous Denver police officers were immediately dispatched to this call, and 1 uniformed officer was within blocks of the location when the call was aired. That officer quickly responded, and he located a frantic female who was holding an infant child. She related that an armed individual had just stolen her vehicle at gunpoint. She later explained to the officer that as the subject was attempting to take her vehicle at gunpoint, she alerted him to the presence of a toddler in the back seat and the car seat of the vehicle. She worked feverishly to remove that child from the vehicle as he was attempting to steal her car. While she was removing the child from the car seat, the subject fired 1 round at that female. The subject obtained control of the victim's vehicle and quickly fled the area. The officer who was speaking with the driver was able to relay the description of the stolen vehicle to other officers who were in the area. 2 uniformed officers working in a marked Denver police vehicle observed the described vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed northbound on Quitman Street, coming across Morrison Road or through Morrison Road. The officers were directly behind the target vehicle, the subject vehicle, in the 500 block of South Quitman Street, when the subject fired at least 1 round from the vehicle in the direction of the officers. Based upon the violent nature of the offenses the subject was involved in, including discharging a firearm at civilians and at officers, the officers were authorized to pursue the fleeing subject. The officers pursued the subject for approximately 4.5 minutes. During the pursuit, speeds were reported to have reached 60 miles per hour. In the area of 5th Avenue and Knox Court, the subject was involved with a crash with another vehicle. Fortunately, the occupants of the other vehicle were not injured. The subject continued driving dangerously in the residential area. At one point, when he was in the 100 block of North Perry Street, he was driving at a high rate of speed. He attempted to turn left to eastbound West 1st Avenue. He wasn't able to safely negotiate that turn. Lost control of the vehicle. He went up the curb into the yard in the southeast corner of 1st and Perry and struck a wall, which is where his vehicle came to rest. The subject immediately opened the driver's door of the vehicle and began acting erratically. He was kicking his legs out of the vehicle, waving his arms. He was in and out of the car and reaching around. The subject remained in the vehicle and ignored repeated commands to show his hands and exit the vehicle. The officers worked to gain compliance from the subject for nearly a minute before he suddenly raised a handgun. Officers who were directly north of him and fired 2 rounds from the handgun. In response to that, 9 Denver police officers discharged their weapons multiple times, striking the subject. He was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased.